know what you're keeping. I say, if I want to know how far you will go in life, I will know what you're keeping. Now listen, there are people that what they are keeping now is why they cannot keep things that are important. They made up their mind to keep things that are not important. So God will not allow them to keep things that are important. May God bless me now. Let me say it again. I said some people can no longer keep things that are important because they are decided to keep things that are not important. Now, if you keep God, God will not allow you to keep another thing. I said, if you say, I am going to keep God, then you will not keep. And then not keeping another thing makes you a living sacrifice. 12:1 of the book of Romans. If you choose to keep God, you will not keep another thing. Now, if you go and take so many things and keep, then God will not allow you to keep him in the midst of those things you have already collected. He said, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your body a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable
unto God, which is your reasonable service.
Now, there are some things you will keep. Your bodies will no longer be a living sacrifice. If you go and take a wife, don't move that in. Don't move that in. I'm about to get somebody angry. If you go and take a woman and keep on your bed, are you a living sacrifice? Can you keep your wife and keep God? Huh? I mean, you keep God and become living sacrifice, holy. Keep your 7 children and keep God. So your wife, your chuku will live with your children. Jam your hand together. Those who keep God are living dead. That means if you keep God, God will take away your humanity. If you look at Luke chapter 23 verse 33, when Jesus took Christ to keep him, Christ killed him. That is Calvary. When he took the celestial Christ, Christ destroyed his terrestrial man. Can you look at it? He said, and when they are brought into the place which is called Calvary,
there they crucified him.
Now, why did they crucify him? They crucified him because he went and took God. He went and took Christ and kept. And then Christ destroyed his flesh. It is not only in keeping. Please be very careful. There is honor for every consecration. Be very, very careful about what you are keeping. You see, because nobody eats his cake and takes it back. Sometimes as preachers, we overemphasize doing after choice has a limit, deprive us for certain opportunities. On Sunday, I'm going to be preaching on the oath of prosperity rule and eternal dominion. And I'm going to be telling you, listen, for those who want to be rich, it is something that God gets from you will determine whether he gets you money. There is no riches without commitment to oath. something you willingly rejected to be something. Something you gave God to take something from God. Something you gave. Now, there are some people that are trying to take something from God, but what they gave God can't take that thing they are looking for. So God believed that they want to rob him. Even before the giving, and the attention, there is election. I said on Wednesday, wanting to go to God is not as important as God coming to you. There is a predestination that makes us hallowed before we can make choice. Because it is not the abstinence, it's the choice of God. It's not that I am not committing sin. It's not where it started. God have to choose you before you talk about what you're doing. Oh, I don't know what I'm saying something. If you look at Galatians, Apostle Paul said, listen, the mystery behind all the deep revelation Apostle Paul wrote, the secret is behind something that Apostle Paul did in Galatians chapter 2, 20 and 21. He knew that he was crucified. Galatians chapter 2, 20. I am crucified
with Christ.
Yes, that is the idea of keeping God. Nevertheless I live, yet not I, but Christ live in me. You see, because if you didn't get crucified, Christ cannot live in you. If you didn't get crucified. Some people want Christ to live in them when they didn't get crucified. That is, they have to lose their humanity. They have to destroy their choices. He said, the life, but Christ liveth in me. That is when he said, the life which I live now in the flesh, I live by faith of the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself. So when he gave himself, he took the life of Paul and said, I do. Chapter 6:4. Chapter 6:14. 6:14, yes. Of Galatians.
But God forbid that I should glory save in the cross of our Lord Jesus Christ, by whom the world is crucified unto me, and I unto the world.
It's so crucified to keep. To keep. I want to ask a young man, what are you keeping? You will not be able to hide what you're keeping. Whether you will be rich or not is controlled by what you're keeping. Don't take so many things and still want to take God. I said the first day I preached on keeping God, I said when I was born into Christianity, what was boarding the church is doing? Using me. I laid hand on the sick recovered. We raised dead people. We traveled around the world and preached. Those that did that, where are they? That is not the first priority. The first priority is keeping God. Is making yourself a home of God on earth. That is why when Jesus kept Christ and they killed him and lowered him into the sepulchre, you cannot bury a man that kept Christ. I need to tell you, I need to tell people, I said there are certain women that when you get married to them and bring them into your house, if they sleep in your house 1 week, poverty will die. You see, because of who you are keeping. There are people that when they marry, their days shortens because of who they are keeping. Some men will never die in peace because of who they are keeping. Some men are no longer healthy. Be very careful about what you're keeping. Because whatever you keep will influence your destiny. Of course, like I said before, there are some things that when you keep it, you can't keep other things. Let me tell you. I said, when Adam was designed to keep God. But in chapter 2, Adam slept just to reveal that he's tired of keeping God. That is what? When Adam got tired of keeping God, God produced a woman for Adam to keep. When Adam started keeping Eve, Adam didn't remain in Eden. Adam can't remain in Eden with Eve. Excuse me. When Adam find it difficult to remain in Eden with Eve, do you know why? The Bible said he lost the nature of God from sleeping and then took a woman. The moment that he took that woman and started keeping that woman, he took the nature of a man and started giving birth. And that what happened in chapter 3, not in 2 of Genesis. Adam's head turned brown. Yeah. His face started smoking. Adam gave birth to a criminal. The first child of Adam is a criminal. The moment that Adam kept Eve, he gave birth to a criminal. Somebody shaking his head. Excuse me, as long as marriage is going on earth, criminality will never end. Don't put it in prayer. Marriage is going on. Criminals must be born from human nature. Let me show you chapter 5:3 of the book of Genesis. Who are you to say you will not give birth to a criminal? When you're living with a man. Now, the moment that the man and the... Now, can I tell you a secret? Sometimes somebody said, how did Cain get wife? How did Cain get wife he married? That Cain had a wife. If Adam... Listen, the moment that a man and a woman come together, a world, an invisible world will be formed. Listen, my grandfather will never appear to me. He knows. He doesn't come to me. My grandmother does not come to me. You see, because they can only come to me when I have a wife. They have to pass through the gate of marriage to come and reproduce. So when I didn't have a wife, I bridged them. I called them out of my life. As I did what? I don't do family deliverance. The deliverance is the union life. It's the Melchizedek order. A Melchizedek cannot go through deliverance. You want to lay hand on me? How? I am free from demon just by choice. You want to cast demon? The demon I didn't keep. I have already closed all the gates of the past. I thought someone should clap hand for what I just said. So if you look at chapter 5 verse 3, I want to look at something. He said, and that lived 130 years and begat a son in his what?
Likeness.
And after?
His image.
So what happened to the image of God? Huh? And you said that a man that is like this will not die. It's a lie. A man that is already like this will suffer. That's why he started tilling ground. I told you the other day that I was in a realm. They brought me into a realm. Now, don't you know this is a realm? That is what connected Adam to suffering. Something that you should get easily. There are blessings, image of God. Give men. No, but the image of God is expensive. I say who we are is far more important than what we want to achieve. It is not possible for a man. It's beautiful. How many of us know that man cannot give birth to God? Mary didn't give birth to Christ. He gave birth to Jesus. And the person that Herod was looking for to kill, it wasn't Christ. He was son of a woman. And God knew that the son of a woman will die. So he said, carry him and run. God cannot protect things made by men. He doesn't protect things made by men. God protects things that look like him. So when Jesus was born by Mary, he told Joseph to carry his son, and it's not God that will carry Jesus to run. It's Joseph, his foster father, should carry him, not God. Sometimes we commit into the hand of God things responsibility men created, we hand it over to God. How? You get back to three sons and 4 girls, and you tell God to pay school fees of children. You get back to. You say, Yahweh, send you school fees. You're not even afraid. God will never pay school fees of children born by men. All this is I'm saying. Do you know why it's possible with me? Like today, it dawned on me today, this afternoon around 2:30. I will lie down there from morning to evening peacefully. Something was telling me, I said, if you have kept a woman and 5 children, will you be lying down here? And my Jonah Juju. I will lie down here, I'll be thinking about God, thinking about song. By midnight. Huh? I will lie down here with 5 children. Lie down here since how many days? 26 days. And if I'm not lying down here, how will I know these things? I thought you should clap for what I just said. What God will give to us is controlled by what He first took from us. Someone say, Shepherd, there is a way it is, there's a way you are. I saw this, I saw that. Those things you are seeing is a consecration. Huh? It's a keeping. It's a keeping. Praise God. Have I blessed somebody already? God can only be kept. God can be kept only by God. God can be kept only by God. Excuse me. Please. Whatever you keep, we impart you. Let me say it again. I say, whatever you keep, it doesn't matter how clever you are. It doesn't matter how intelligent you are. Be very careful about companionship. There are so many bright lights that can be smothered by just companionship. There are so many smoldering lights that can be lightened by companionship. If destiny is in your heart, then you should mind choice. I say, if destiny is in your heart, then you should. It was keeping God that made Moses a god. Why was Aaron not a god? Aaron couldn't keep God. The book of Exodus chapter 1, chapter 7 verse 1, Psalm 82 1. Somebody quickly go ahead. Somebody who is, please, can you hurry up so that...
And the Lord said unto Moses, see,
and the Lord said unto Moses, see, I made thee a god to Pharaoh.
And Aaron thy brother shall be thy prophet.
And Aaron thy brother shall be thy prophet. Yes, go ahead. Okay, verse 4, 15 to 16 of the same Exodus. Exodus now, not Psalm yet.
And thou shalt speak unto him, and put words in his mouth, and I will be with the mouth and with his mouth, and will teach you what ye shall do.
And you shall be spokesman unto the people.
And it shall be, even he shall be